Summer is almost coming to end in Belgium, but when summer starts, so does the mussel season. One of the very first videos I ever made on this channel was how to prepare regular mussels. And now I'm going to show you how to make a highly popular variation, mussels with garlic and cream. To build the aromatic base for my mussels, I'm using 3 small onions, 2 stalks of celery, fresh curly parsley, 2 cloves of garlic and 200 grams of heavy cream. Let's begin with the preparation. I slice 3 small onions in half, remove the skin, and cut them into fine, even half rings. Next, I clean the celery stalks thoroughly to remove any remaining grit. I trim away the white bottom of the stalks, and since the top leaves aren't in great condition, I remove them as well. I cut the stalks into thin pieces. I also use the celery leaves. They are packed with pure flavor. I gather them into a tight bundle, roll them up and finally slice them through. For the parsley, I remove the tough stems and roughly chop the leaves. My fresh rosemary and thyme unfortunately suffered from the recent heat waves, so I'm substituting a tablespoon of the dried herbs instead. Finally, I clean and crush 2 cloves of garlic. In a large pot, I melt a knob of butter over medium heat and add the chopped aromatics. I let the vegetables sweat slowly, giving them a stir now and then. The key here is zero browning. I want them to become soft and translucent, not caramelized. Mussels are still alive when you buy them, because it costs the mussel energy to keep its shell tight. Closed shells mean they are good to go. If you spot any that are cracked or severely damaged, toss them out immediately. To check if an open, resting mussel is still alive, give it a few gentle taps against the counter, and if it slowly closes up, it's safe to cook. If it remains open, discard it. Wash them thoroughly in cold, fresh water, swirling them gently and refreshing the water a few times until it runs completely clear of sand and grit. Today I'm cooking up 1 kilogram of goudmerk mussels. When you're buying mussels, you will notice various grades like extra, super, imperial or goudmerk. The difference isn't actually the quality of the meat itself, but rather the size of the shells. As a rule of thumb, you will need about 1 kilogram per person. Once your vegetables are soft and fragrant, I move my pot close to my mussels. There's no need to dry them or shake off the excess water, just transfer them straight into the pot. I move my pot back onto the stove over high heat. I add the heavy cream and season with salt and black pepper. Keep in mind that the mussels will release their own salty brine as they steam, so season accordingly. I pop on the lid. A kilo of mussels takes just about 7 to 8 minutes to cook. Give the pot a good shake or stir once every 2 minutes to ensure all the mussels cook evenly. Once the mussels are done, I transfer them to my serving pot. You could easily cook them in this pot as well, but I prefer a much larger pot for the actual cooking part, and save the traditional mussel pot solely for presentation. Naturally, I'm serving my mussels with fresh Belgian fries. The foundation of any great fry is a potato itself. To achieve that perfectly crisp texture, you must use starchy, floury potatoes. Skip the waxy varieties entirely. The undisputed king of the Belgian fry is the Bintje. To prepare them, peel each potato fully, removing any dark spots, and drop them straight into cold, fresh water to halt any oxidation. When cutting them, consistency is key to ensure even cooking later on. For authentic Belgian fries, aim for a thickness of about 1 cm and a length between 5 and 10 cm long. To cut safely, place a potato on your board and slice off a small piece to create a flat face. Stand the potato securely on that new flat surface and cut downward into 1 cm slabs. Line those slabs up and slice them again into 1 cm sticks. Place the cut fries back into fresh cold water and let them soak for at least 30 minutes. This draws out the loose surface starch which prevents the fries from clumping together or browning too quickly and unevenly when they hit the hot fat. After soaking, take a small batch of the fries and pat them completely dry in a clean towel. Poach your potatoes in batches for 5 to 6 minutes in fat heated to 140°C, just until they're cooked through but still pale. In Belgium, we say they are ready when they start to sing. As the fries cook through, they rise to the surface and this changes the sound of the oil. Let the poached fries cool down completely on paper towel. For a second fry, crank up the heat to 170°C. Return the rested fries to the fryer in small batches and fry for another 2 to 3 minutes until they're deeply golden and crispy. And what are Belgian fries without homemade Belgian mayonnaise? I normally always use an immersion blender to whip up my mayonnaise, but you can easily use a good old-fashioned whisk. For the base, you will need 1 egg yolk. Make sure it is at room temperature to prevent the emulsion from splitting. Add a bit of sharp Dijon mustard, the juice of half a lemon, salt, and white pepper. Combine everything together and slowly add your oil, roughly about 250 ml per egg yolk, while continuously blending or whisking. Adding too much oil at once risks splitting the mayonnaise, especially right at the beginning. If your mayonnaise ever looks a bit thin, don't panic, just whisk in a little more oil to build the emulsion. On the flip side, if it ever gets too thick, you can loosen it right up with a small splash of lukewarm water. I taste it at the end and I'm adding a touch more lemon juice to cut through the richness of the oil. With the fresh mayonnaise ready, I can mix up a classic Belgian mussel sauce. I use a simple ratio of 2 to 3 parts mayonnaise to 1 part of sharp Dijon mustard and finish it with a splash of some homemade tarragon vinegar for a bright herbal twist. I give it a quick whisk and there you have the perfect dipping sauce to go with the mussels. Time to serve. My steaming mussels with garlic cream, crispy Belgian fries, fresh homemade mayonnaise and a sharp mussel sauce. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Belgian classics, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what local favorite you'd love to see next. Thank you for watching and as always, enjoy!